Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. And what a perfect day. Perfect day for Chelsea Football Club. Not only we took care of Djurgarden, don't touch my Djurgarden, please. Not only we beat Djurgarden, Brentford has done a solid for us as well against Nottingham Forest. Big victory for Brentford against Nottingham Forest. We needed Nottingham Forest to not even pick up a point, and that's exactly what has happened. They lost at home. Brilliant. Now we are fifth. Now we get to play Liverpool, which is the bigger game. You know, that's the one that we really should be focused on. This game, obviously, against Djurgarden is they're not a good team. It was a bit of a time pass, and we're going to get to that. But Liverpool, hopefully, they turn up drunk, and I'm confident that we can get something against Liverpool. And then who knows? Maybe that fifth spot might be open for us. That Champions League fifth spot might be open. We're going to do both the reviews: the Djurgarden versus Chelsea and Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. Double review here because both of those games equally important for us. Now, first of all, let's talk about Djurgarden versus Chelsea. Djurgarden 1, Chelsea 4. Look, at the end of the day, I wish we didn't concede. It looked like we probably could have conceded a few more right at the end. And that's the only thing that scared me in this entire tie. Moving forward, we need to be far more solid in defense, especially in the Premier League. And next season as well, we need to be a lot more solid. I know some of these defenders, they're going to, they're not going to be part of the Premier League team. We're going to have different defenders come in, no problems. But some of the chances we've given away to Djurgarden, and this is the thing, this has been the pattern, this has been the trend in the Conference League. The teams that we've come across, if they had any level of quality about them, they would have put us away. They really would have put us away. We're going to face either Real Betis or Fiorentina in the final. Either of those teams are going to be a lot better in terms of quality than what we've been facing. Look, Djurgarden, ladies and gentlemen, another team that has zero quality. They're just there for the vibes. Their fans were just there for the vibes. Look, overall, I'm happy. I predicted a 4-0 scoreline in the watch along. Wish it was 4-0. Really wanted that clean sheet. I'm happy in the sense that Nicholas Jackson came off the bench, scored 2 goals. He looks like slowly he's starting to get back into form. Goal against Everton, first time finish. Winner against Everton, and now 2 goals against Djurgarden. Second one was brilliant. Well taken, left foot, shot from Nicholas Jackson. Good assist from Caicedo. First one, I believe, no, that one was actually an assist from Enzo Fernandez, or was the second one from Enzo? First one was from Enzo Fernandez. I can't remember. Or maybe Enzo Fernandez one was for Madueke. Maybe it was for Madueke. Cole Palmer, I think, had an assist as well. We're going to talk about Cole Palmer, don't worry. So yeah, good goals. First one, he stole the ball. The ball was trickling through towards the goalkeeper, and in between the goalkeeper and the defender, Nicholas Jackson came in and swiped the ball away, scored that goal. Then he scored that banger. Wish he got himself that, hat trick. That would have been nice. Lovely goal for Madueke. Madueke himself in that first half, he scored that goal. First half, it was 2-0. Second half, we scored 2 more. First half, Madueke himself probably could have scored a hat-trick. He had a lot of chances, and that's probably the shameful thing, that he didn't put away most of those chances. Did get that goal, which was, once again, an assist from Enzo Fernandez, who's stacking up the assists for the season. And the earlier goal was from Jadon Sancho. Look, besides that goal, Jadon Sancho, I didn't really see much of him in that game. The few players that caught my eye, and as I was watching the other game as well, Nottingham Forest versus Brentford, KDH second half was pretty good. And I'm not advocating him to start in the Premier League. No, I'm just saying this game he was pretty good. I'm very happy with how Maresca utilized the lineup, the people that he started. Achapong got a full game, and he looked very, very good to me. Tariq George getting starts up front as a striker, false line, whatever, and then playing out wide. I thought that was very, very good. Some kid named Walsh, I forgot his first name. He took a smashing shot, and in a lovely few minutes right at the end for him. Besides that, look, we didn't really get troubled. Our defense really didn't get troubled in the first half. Goalkeeper Jurgensen didn't have to do much. In the second half, Jurgensen had to make some good saves, to be honest. There was a couple of really, really good saves from Jurgensen. First half, I think there might have been a ricochet of someone's shot that Achapong hit, and then Jurgensen had to do something. So look, overall, I'm happy with the outcome. I'm happy some of the players got some goals. The only thing that I'll probably say is Cole Palmer, ladies and gentlemen. Just quick conversation in regards to Cole Palmer. It's more than just a dip in form. I think this guy, something fundamentally is wrong here. Something fundamentally is wrong here. He just doesn't seem happy. And he seems so out of confidence. It's not even funny. He had a very good opportunity in the second half to get himself a goal, but he fluffed it. He absolutely fluffed it. So, look, hopefully this will give us some confidence as a whole. Moving into the weekend against Liverpool, we can go up there a little bit upbeat that some of our players got some goals, especially Nicholas Jackson. And Liverpool, I'm praying that they don't play with their strongest team. They play with some of their fringe players, and they come into the game a little bit undercooked. All of the celebration. Hopefully they're not sober. Hopefully they're still drunk. And look, even then, we still need to be at our best. We still need to be at our best. So let's see what happens. The focus is there, and it sets us up nicely, for that match against Liverpool. If we can get ourselves a victory, because I don't think draw is going to be good enough. We need that victory, but it sets us up nicely because Brentford. Thank you, Brentford, ladies and gentlemen. We should all thank Brentford beating Nottingham Forest quite convincingly at the end. Nottingham Forest really in the first half probably didn't have much, and in the second half they did try to throw the kitchen sink, but Brentford's defense held up nicely. Thomas Frank, he's done a mad job with Brentford, man. He really has. Over the past 3 seasons or so, Brentford, with the budget that they have and how they've lost good players along the way. I remember Saeed Ben Rahma, when they first got promoted, he went, and he was a big player for them. Ivan Toney last summer, he went. But Brentford keep chugging along. Wissa, lovely goal. Mbeumo didn't do anything this game, but he was still very, very instrumental. The one that you need to look out for, Sade. Hopefully I pronounced his name right. Sade, it was a bit of a problem for us when we played against Brentford. Brentford, in the second half, probably could have won against us. We got away with a draw over there. But this Sade kid is looking all right for Brentford. I don't know how Brentford find all of these nifty little players, but Sade is a bit of a threat. And overall, look, Brentford solid in defense, solid in midfield, and they've got firepower up front to do the damage, and they did the damage. And thank you to Brentford for doing us a solid like this. Now we need to handle business. We wanted Nottingham Forest to drop points, get nothing out of that game at all, and that's exactly what has happened. They've got, I believe, Crystal Palace coming up, which could once again be a very, very good outcome for us, but it will only be a good outcome if we go and beat Liverpool. Now we must beat Liverpool at Stamford Bridge. We haven't beaten one of these top clubs in the likes of Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool. This is a perfect opportunity to get one. Liverpool, hopefully, after winning the Premier League, they shouldn't really be working too hard. And I know in the Premier League, look, what did Brentford have going against Nottingham Forest? Nottingham Forest got Champions League on the line. What did Brentford have going? Nothing, and they ended up winning. So in the Premier League, nothing is easy. And in the Premier League, teams are they're a bit of a bad chores. If I'm being honest, they love screwing other people up. Liverpool could look at it and think, yes, we won the league, but we want to hurt you and not get Champions League football for you. And they could come with that intention, and that could be detrimental for us. But for the time being, look. Thank you so much. Nicholas Jackson, 2 goals. Madueke, a goal. Sancho, a goal. I wish we kept a clean sheet, but not to be. But this game, I'm not worried one bit against Djurgarden. Djurgarden, it was a wet Djurgarden. We filled it up. This Djurgarden. And then now they've got to come to Stamford Bridge, and I think they're going to get a whooping there as well. So I'm not worried about that. We're going to go to the final. We'll see what happens in the final against Real Betis or Fiorentina. And at least at a bare minimum, get ourselves Europa League. But really, really do want that Champions League position. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Do look out for All You Can Eat Chelsea tomorrow morning, UK time, 11 a.m. We'll talk about a lot of things then. Until then, everyone, take care. See ya. Goodbye.